What's up, friend? Welcome back to my channel. I've got great news. I have cracked the code, okay? I've cracked the code to the millionaire mindset. What a journey it's been. I've talked a lot on this channel about having an abundance mindset and being confident and all of that. That is how to manifest money 101. I would say this is 102, okay? This is part 2. So if you haven't checked out the first video, definitely go check that out just so you have the foundation. But in this video, we're gonna go in depth into what it takes to be a millionaire, a billionaire, a cajillionaire, and so on and so forth. A quadrillionaire, of course, yeah. And spoiler alert, if you missed the title, it has nothing to do with being smart, nothing to do with being talented, nothing to do with being a Nepo baby. Let's just get into this. The thing that a lot of rich people have in common is that they have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset when it comes to accomplishing their goals. A fixed mindset is, as the name would suggest, that the way that you perceive something is fixed. Your talent, your intelligence, and your abilities are static. They do not grow or change. You are born with what you got, and that's what you're gonna have. You kind of know how to do what you already know how to do, and that's it. And when you apply this mindset to many scenarios in life, it actually makes perfect sense, and this fixed mindset is the reason that humans have survived for millennia. I have a fixed mindset about my ability to withstand extremely cold temperatures. No amount of knowledge that I have about weather, no amount of talent I have for being able to stay out in the cold is gonna prevent me from getting hypothermia and dying if I go out in the snow naked and just roll around for a few days. Like, it's not gonna work. That's a pretty extreme example, but the fixed mindset applies to many everyday scenarios too. You might have a fixed mindset about restarting your career and doing something else instead. There's no way that after working in tech for 10 years, I can switch up my career and be a botanist. I know nothing about botany and it's too difficult to learn. I just need to stay in my tech career. This is where I'm meant to be. This is what I know. It is what it is. There's no way that I can leave my relationship that I've been in for 8 years. I mean, yeah, it's kind of shitty, but I'm not able to love anybody else like this. And you can probably tell from those statements that having a fixed mindset can often prevent you from trying new things and forging new paths in life. What rich people are able to do very well is replace that fixed mindset with a growth mindset. A growth mindset says that your intelligence, your talents, your abilities, they can always be honed and changed and bettered. You start out in life with a certain amount of knowledge and ability, and then through hard work and effort and actually trying, you can grow those skills and advance the plot. One of my maybe most unrealistic traits is that I genuinely believe that you and I are capable of learning anything. It might be difficult and it might take me a lot of time, but I can learn quantum physics if I want to. I can learn how to knit, I can learn how to sew, I can learn how to drive a snowmobile, I can do anything. I can learn anything. I really feel like the only limitations based on our knowledge are self-inflicted. And that's the whole basis for a growth mindset. And having that growth mindset is gonna make you rich, okay? Let's keep walking. One of the main pillars of a growth mindset is that talent and knowledge are secondary to resilience. Think about working out, right? You work out for the first time in a long time and you're tired, you're sore, and you're like, oh my God, this is harder than I even thought. But you keep going to the gym every day or going to your workout class every day, and eventually it starts to get easier and you start to build muscle. That mechanism that is helping you build muscle and making working out easier for you is all based upon your body's resilience. When you are working out, your muscles are getting these little tiny tears in them. And when your body fixes those tears, your muscles grow and get stronger. I'm simplifying it because y'all already know I do not have a degree in exercise science, but you get the vibe that I'm going for, okay? Your knowledge, your abilities, your talent, it's the exact same way. It isn't your initial strength that's gonna get you far. It's your ability to use those tiny little tears along the way to your advantage, okay? Resilience. I feel like any journey in life comes with ups and downs, but going on a money journey in this capitalist society, oof, you're gonna experience a lot of resistance. We all know this already, but it's still kind of hard to accept that being rejected and hearing no and messing up and failing is just a necessary part of the journey that you've got to overcome. The truth is that, in the words of Beck, everybody's got to learn sometimes. When you were little and your mom told you, hey, don't touch the stove, it's hot, but you did it anyway and then you burnt all the tips off of your fingers, did you touch the hot stove again? No, You learned through touching it that the stove was hot and for pots and pans, not fingers. Making money kind of has the same vibe. Along the way, you just kind of learn what works and you learn what doesn't. And a lot of times, in order to learn those things, you gotta burn your fingers pretty badly. The point isn't how many failures you experience or how many times you're told by other people that you can't do something. The point is continuing on anyway despite all this resistance, because you know that eventually you're gonna get where you wanna go. The point is never getting it right the first time. None of us are perfect. None of us get it right. We all fuck up, listen. That's just a part of it. But we're trying and we're learning, and as long as we're trying and learning, we are growing. The other thing that I wanna touch on about the millionaire mindset is that seeing other people who have the things that you want is proof that it's possible. Use those people as your inspiration, not your competition. First of all, I think that we trick ourselves and each other a lot by saying that the goal that we're trying to achieve is oversaturated and everyone's already doing it, so there's no way you're gonna be successful and stand out and make it work. It's just too many people are doing it already. The thing is that even if millions of people are trying to do the same thing, it's gonna look different from person to person. If you sat on your bed and made a video about how to have a millionaire mindset, which I'm sure tens of thousands of people have already done, it would look different from mine. You have a unique voice and a unique perspective that's gonna shine through in anything that you do. There may be a bunch of people doing what you're doing, but there's only one person who is doing it like you. It's the reason why Alex Earle has millions of TikTok followers watching her do her makeup. You think that no one was on TikTok posting videos of them putting on their makeup and talking to the camera as they get ready before her? It wasn't some out there crazy idea that got her a following, it was her being herself. And I guarantee if you got on TikTok today and started making get ready with me videos like Alex Earle's, they wouldn't look anything like hers. The conspiracy theory part of my brain thinks that people say that things are oversaturated so that they themselves have less competitors. But I also think that a lot of people will use outside noise as an excuse for their failures and a reason to give up. And they just project that shit right onto you too. It does not matter how many people are currently doing it or how many people have done it in the past. If you are seeing with your own two eyes every single day that new people are accomplishing this thing and that it's possible to do it, why couldn't that happen for you too? Imagine if Apple had never been invented because Microsoft and IBM and all these software companies already existed. We would have never gotten the iPod Nano. We would have never gotten Candy Crush. I'm sorry, Candy Crush is an iPhone thing. We would never have gotten Candy Crush. Currently on level like 4,300 something right now. It's embarrassing. You can do it. You can put your own spin on it and you can go farther than you can even imagine right now. And on the other side of the coin, you can do it even if nobody else has ever done it. If you have an idea that you believe in, don't let the fact that no one else has thought of it yet stop you. The moral of the story is that if everyone else is doing it, you can do it. If no one else is doing it, you can do it. You can always grow, you can always learn. It doesn't matter. Just use people as your inspiration. Use people as a visual of what happens when you accomplish that goal, and stop thinking of it like, oh, well, everybody's already doing it, so there's no point in me doing it too, or there are people who are doing it so well, I'll never be able to do it as good as them. You are stopping yourself before you even started. It's like that Not a Surf song, Inside of Love. I love that song, go listen to it. But there's this line where he says, I know the last page so well that I don't read the first. I just don't start and it's getting worse. Girl, don't be like that. Don't think that you know the end of the book so you don't even start reading it. Like, just read it. Wow, I'm going really hard with the analogies today. That's great. Being rich, having a millionaire mindset, it's not about being the smartest person in the room or the most talented person in the room. Hell, it's not even about having generational wealth. Because think about it, there are a ton of people who are super smart and super talented and oil heirs from their great-great-grandpa who started a railroad company or whatever the fuck. Like, there are people who have all of these things who don't make money, who aren't advancing the plot. Does it help if you have a natural affinity for something or if you have money to start your business? Duh, but it's not a requirement. Instead of this belief that the amount of knowledge and skill that you have is just what you have and it's a fixed thing, twist that into an acknowledgement that growth is always possible. We as humans are always learning, we're always growing, we're always improving. This way of thinking, as well as passion for what you're doing and belief in yourself, is what comprises the millionaire mindset. You've got to believe in yourself, y'all. You gotta believe in your growth. You've gotta believe that the money is out there waiting for you and you gotta go for it. So I hope that this video helps you go for it in a way that you haven't been going for it already. I hope that you get everything that you freaking want. I hope that you embody the growth mindset and just take us home. And if you want to see more videos about the law of attraction, adjusting your mindset, manifesting your dream life, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I have a whole playlist on manifesting and mindset stuff, so definitely go check it out if you haven't already. And comment down below and let me know what you think. I think that's everything. I'll see you next weekend. You millionaire, you.